Today, continue from where we stopped, and I'm glad that we're practicing learning by remembering. At least, whatever we are gaining and if we feel is positive, we should see how we can translate and share it to our other colleagues and brothers that don't have this opportunity. Like I said yesterday, let's spread the good news. Let's not only be saying that which is to the negative. So today or this morning, we are building from where we're coming from. And where are we going? We're planning, setting a goal, and striving and working towards making sure that we achieve our purpose in life. We achieve that goal. And that's the reason we're here. And how can we get there? We must know the knowledge, we must know the approach. So we are now looking at understanding and using means of payment for everything to go, for everything to be achieved. For us to be able to get to our goal, money is involved. We are talking about money, and this money payment must take place. So that's what we're here to do. Next, we are looking at this, the aim of the topic, to identify the different means and operations of payment and related options. Means and operations of payment and related operations. Payments can be done in various ways. So we're going to look at it and then understand advantages, disadvantages of the situations as it relates to any of the mode of operations we want to use. In everything we do, there is the good and there is the bad. So you now weigh it so that we safeguard ourselves not to be thrown into that one which is to the negative. To describe the characteristics of cash cards, debit cards, and credit cards. I hope you are not, these names are not strange.
Yes.
It's something we are doing with day in, day out to understand how the e-wallet works, and to understand the risk linked to payment cards and how to protect ourselves so that we don't get defrauded, because small mistake you can go off. Somebody can defraud you or you'll be off before you know it, somebody will swindle you. So we're going to look at how we protect ourselves. First, we're going to look at, we identify payment methods and understanding how to use them. Payment methods and how to use them. There are different methods of payment. What are they? How we have to identify them? How do we utilize it? Okay, what means of payment or operations do you use? I will want two people to speak to this. I ask the question again. What means of payment and operations do you use? I would like two people to share with the class. What means of payment and operation do you use? Mr. Festus, let's hear answers.
Cash method and transfer method.
Cash method. What do you mean by cash method? What is cash method? Okay,
cash.
you use the money in your hand to pay for the service. Yeah. Okay, Festus is okay. Yeah. Through banking. Through banking. How?
By transfer.
Transfer, bank transfer. We have looked at how to choose loan and saving products suited to our needs. Did we do that?
Yes.
Good. Then we are now going to explain how best to use the different means of payment. If we can remember our discussion on how to choose a loan and how to choose savings products, which we discussed yesterday. Today now, we will want to look at how to use different means of payment. Example, payment for the things you want to buy. When you want to purchase a thing, there must be payment before you get that which you want to pick or that product you want to purchase. Then I ask you now, if you want to pay for a purchase, what are the possible means of payment? If you want to pay for a purchase, you go out, like our friend said, by July, he's going to get his car, and that he's going to carry me his vehicle. That's a good one. So I ask, yes. For those two, yes.
Most of my payment that I used to do by purchasing anything, I use my credit cards.
You use your credit card. He said most of his purchase, he uses his credit card. Okay. Different means of payment. We have different means of payments. Payments are done in various ways. Can we mention them? Can we say something on ways of payment, means of payment? We have various means of payment. Payments are means of obtaining goods and services. For you to get any service,
Question.
yes, go ahead.
This payment supplement, I know the type what they do by electronic mandate. I only do exactly that. Electronic mandate, know about cash, bank card, payment,
We'll get there.
yes, I know for that.
So, different means of payment and payment operations. Somebody has said to us earlier that he does by cash. Somebody says he uses bank card. Somebody says he does bank transfer. You said you don't know what it means by electronic, right?
Yes.
Okay, as we proceed, we'll get there. But for now, we are trying to come up with the means of payment, which are cash, bank card, payment via internet, bank transfer, direct debits, check, electronic mandate, payment via mobile phones, where the services, you see, and battery. Some of this modern way of transaction, they operate where the services are available. Where the services are not there, there's no how you can do those electronic kind of transactions. So let's have that at the back of our mind. We'll do an activity. Each means of payment is different. As with financial products, each involves costs and has advantages and disadvantages, which often depend on the type of bill you want to settle. I say it again. Each means of payment is different. We have looked at the different ways of payment here. Then I go further and saying that as with all financial products, each involves costs and has advantages and disadvantages, which also depend on the type of bill you want to settle. Now we are going to examine these processes. We can now make the best possible use of each. But don't forget that as a general rule, purchases are made using the money you have in your wallet. Can you do purchase with an empty wallet?
No.
Empty purse?
No.
Purchase is only done when you have something in your wallet or in your purse. When you have something in your bank account or you have something in your mobile phone account. Without it, you cannot purchase. We are going to form 5 groups so that we will take a look, do an activity. We will take number 1 to 5. We are going to form 5 groups or more, depending on the process that we have identified. We are going to do 5. We have more than 5 here. We have 8 types of payment mode. You can see there. We have 8, but we are going to work on the first 5. So we are going to take a number 1 to 5, and then in each group we will look at the payment pattern, what is the means of payment, and then we'll look at the advantage of that, and then we'll look at the disadvantage of that, and what is it used for. So in a quick one, let's pick 1 to 5, so that we'll form, we are 15. For us to form 5 groups, that's 3 per group. So let's take 1 to 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 3. 1.
First us. 1,
2, 3. 2, 3. 1. 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's are we 5? One to 3, yes. Let's 1 should be here. 2 should come here. 3 can be here. And then we'll take, I think, some chairs.
It should be 1 to 5.
Yeah. To be 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, we're going to form 5 groups. So we're taking 1 to 5. So even if it's going to be 2 people, that's going to end with 3. Yes. So let's take it.
1, 2, 3.
4,
It's not the same.
5.
Mhm.
1,
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, let's get our place. All the ones should come here. All the 2 can come here. All the 3s can come here. 4 somewhere there. 6 close here, and then 5 here. Please, let's make it snappy. One here. 5 come together, get your secretary who will write your position, and then you will submit. In this group, you have 10 minutes to do this assignment. And what is the assignment? It is about what are the advantages and disadvantages of that means of payment. You will be given payment method each. You are now going to tell us the advantage, disadvantage, and usage means of that payment. That means it's going to be in tabular form in 4 columns, something like this. Advantages, disadvantages, and usage means of payment. Means of payment in 1 column, advantage on the other column, disadvantage, and then the use. But like I said, we are going to work with these 5. Group 4, where's group 4? Group 4, you write on cash. Your means of payment is cash. You tell us the advantage, you tell us the disadvantage, you tell us how to use it. Then group 5, you talk on bank cards. Then the next group 4, 5, group 3, payment via internet. Then group 2, bank transfers and direct debits. Then group 1, checks. Are these means of payment, this one that I've mentioned, are they means of payment? Good. Group 4, cash. Group 5, banks. Group 3, payment via internet. Just take your own and then do this for us. Group 1, check. Group 2, bank transfers and direct debit. Group 3, payment via internet. Group 5, bank cards, and then group 4, cash. What is the advantage of that means of payment? What is the disadvantage? And the usage. And then you have somebody that can just come and speak to us on what your group agreed on. We play with money every day. It's now time to look at how good or how bad it is. Of all these type of payments, it has its own advantage, it has its own disadvantage. So we're trying to look at it so that we play the financial education we're learning is also to guide us to avoid doing what is not right or being negative. Group 1 is working on checks. Group 2 is working on bank transfer and direct debits. Group 3 is working on payment via the internet. Group 5 is working on bank cards, and Group 4 is working on cash. If your group is ready, you can raise up your hand. If your group is ready, you can indicate by raising your hand. Please, it's one person that's going to speak on behalf of the group. We are doing a teamwork. It's a teamwork. Let's be rounding off this. You must not write a textbook for us. Just, it's something we have been doing every day. We've been transacting through this means, this method. Why do we think it's good? Why is it fine? And then we'll look at what part of it is not good and where do we use it for? For buying for banter. We should be rounding up. Get the secretary, somebody who will speak on your behalf. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. So which group is done? Raise your hand and say. Okay. That's okay. Okay. Group 4 is ready. Group 4, come and tell us your story. What? Tell us. Please, let's listen to her.
You have to listen. Stop writing.
You are still collecting.
Topic, our topics for my group is cash. Everyone should also know what is cash. The advantages of cash, very easy to use. You buy food, materials, and you cannot be delayed. Whenever you want to use it, you just take it out to the port on your hand to pay for the material that you want to buy. So it cannot be delayed because when you have the money in your purse, you want to buy anything, you just take it and pay for whatever you want to buy. The disadvantage is one, you can lost. Maybe you are going, maybe you enter taxi, before when you get to market and be taken or dropped. So that means, you know, any thief, not forbid. If you can only collect the money, so, and we use it, you can use it unnecessarily. Maybe formally you want to go and buy this, this guy is trying this, let me buy this. Pay for it. The uses of the one is that you don't need to buy it for cost. These materials, you can use it to do your house, you can use it to buy house, use it for the children,
Thank you. Let's clap for her. Okay. So, group 3, order. Let's listen to group 3.
Our topic is via bank internet. The advantage of paying via internet is more faster. And you see, transfer from your business from anywhere. You will not pay for transport fee to the bank or to the place that you want to go and pay something. It's reliable because if you make transfer through internet, it is issue no receipt. It can use across the world. You can transfer from your new to other countries by internet. The disadvantage is this: it's controlled by internet. If there is no network, you cannot make transfer. It will remain with you. Any mistake will take long time before restitution. If you made any mistake, maybe the debit you or you mistakenly send to wrong person before you can issue the you will go to the instead of you to go back one time, you will come 5 times. It's one of the disadvantages. You pay charge for the bank. So the bank charge the transfer from the 15 naira. The data we pay is soon. That is the disadvantage. Uses it's used for international. You can use it to send to anywhere. And it's used for national. You can use it to send across in our country also. It can use for those that work around us. You use it to send to anywhere that person he or she will receive the alert.
Yes, you people remember I said something. These are doable where the services are available. And he pointed it in their own disadvantage that when there is no network, that means there will be no transactions. You won't purchase what you want, and assuming it's a critical situation that the money is needed at the other end, and it is the network is not there, you cannot go. You also, another important disadvantage he said here is the charges and the data you are using. You are spending money in getting those things done. Any question for him? Okay, let's clap for group 3. Next group that is ready.
Group 2. Our topic is bank transfer and direct debit. The advantage of bank transfer and direct debit. Security funds move directly from banks to banks. Then the second one, low cost for large payments. Then the third one, high limits. You can pay as much as you wish, 20 million, 10 million. Then the fourth one, no charge back and back. Then the disadvantage, fees, domestic transfer is free. No instant charges. Then irreversible. If you pay transfer and you can reverse your money if the other party or the other person did not receive, your money can be received. You can retrieve your money back. Then the fourth one is scam and fraud. So they can checkmate that aspect. Then the uses, you tell the bank to send money to someone else. It decide the amount, then the date you approve, everything. Then international payments via wire. That's the uses.
Okay. We've heard him. Here he has qualified to international payments done, and then it's done based on instructions. That means you, the customer, will come, fill a form, giving the details, and that is done. Any question for this group? Okay, let's clap for them. Next group that is ready.
So group 1, they are talking about use of check. So the advantage of use of check is that it is used to pay huge sums of money. The bank transfer and bank they have limits, but check you can write any amount you wish to pay. That's why it's used for paying huge sums of money, and it is safe to use. Most of these checks are written to people, written directly to people. So without your name on the check, you cannot go to clear it. So it's safe to use, and then it has no transaction fees. They don't charge you for using check. These are some of the advantages of there are no transaction fees. So the disadvantage is you have checks can be bounced if mistakes are made. That's one disadvantage of check. The check can be bounced if there are mistakes made on the paper. It takes longer time to process or to clear the check. You have to go to the bank, queue, and all. So it takes longer time to process and to clear. So it cannot be used in areas where banks are not easily accessible. So if you have rural areas where there are no banks, these checks cannot be used. You have to transport yourself and look for where there are banks. So it requires regular visits to the bank. You have to be present in the bank to make this transaction or to make this type of payment. So it is used for payment for contracts. It is used to pay huge sums, and it can be used to pay bills. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any question for the group?
Yes, I want
Somebody have a question.
I want to ask a question. You told them that for shares, that there's no
Transaction fees.
Yes. Yes. No charges. That's the charges. Because every time you go to bank, you want to collect your statement of account. You still charges. When I say transfer, you do the work.
Okay, answer. Do you have answer?
I said transaction fees. If you're going to check, if you're going to cash in the check, don't charge you for it.
You people are saying two different things. He's talking about charges. For every of these transactions, data they're saying, for every transaction that you do, data is taking money and you are being charged. Yes, you are talking about maybe if you apply to pick a check, you pay. Yes. If you apply for bank statement, any kind of account at all, if you apply to get a bank statement, you'll be charged. So it's not only because it's a current account. People that use check is called current account. And bank statement, any account you operate, as long as you want your bank statement, you will be charged. Are we clear? Yes. Good. Next group. Samson is representing his group. Okay.
We are asked to talk about bank cards. Bank cards. And some of the advantages that we have is it's faster. It's faster to use than to go to the bank and start queuing to transfer money or collect cash. Also, easy access. You can easily access it, and when it's with you, you can do whatever you like with it. It's reliable when network is good. It's very much reliable when network is good. And it's cashless. There's no need for you carrying a huge sum of amount of money or carrying money in bags or anything. Not in terms of insecurity now. And also it's personal to you. You alone with your ATM. And now two people sharing an ATM. A set is an organization. Also, it can be used in a different bank. For example, you have a First Bank ATM card. You can use it on access ATM machine. So you are not limited to that bank alone. And that's the advantage of bank cards. And then disadvantage now. It can get lost. It can get lost. And someone can easily misplace it. Also, it is limited to airlines. For example, without a proper person that has a proper education, to use an ATM to be a difficult task for the person. Or some people can just go to the ATM machine and start saying, I don't know how to operate it, and please come help me. And that one can lead to unnecessary fraud and unnecessary storage. Also, one of the disadvantages, it's easy for fraudsters to access. It's easy for fraudsters to access your money history. Once your ATM card is stolen or your bank card is stolen, the numbers there, it's easy for fraudsters to access your money. So that's why it makes it very, very good. Also, network issues. Sometimes you go to ATM, you go to a POS machine to get money, to get cash, or to even buy something. You can see there's network, there's free network, you debited me, you don't receive it, or something like that. So those are the disadvantages. And also, I added one, monthly maintenance fee. There's no way, I don't know if it's applicable, but my bank used to deduct monthly maintenance fee for ATM card. So that's part of the disadvantage. And then the usage. You can use it through ATM machine. It can be used through POS in the supermarket or to withdraw cash. And then it can be used for online transaction.
Thank you. Any question on bank cards? This group is talking about it, and they pointed out the issue of misplacing and the fraudsters. We have to be very careful with our cards so that you don't keep it, let's say, one, your PIN, two, and you have to be literate, like he said, to be able to use it. If not, you go and stand on the machine, you're asking somebody to guide you, the person will now extract things that you don't know because it takes advantage of your illiteracy. Any question for the group? No. Okay, let's clap for him. So we have looked at cash, bank cards, payment via internet, bank transfers and direct debits, and checks. As means of payment, we have also looked at the advantages, the disadvantages, and what we use it for. Now, why are we doing this? we are doing this to educate ourselves. We are doing this to help ourselves. We are doing this so that we don't fall victim to the negative aspect of money usage. Because for us to be able to get to where we are going, we need not to waste resources. It will help us to guide and then choose the best means of doing whatever we want to do. So let's quickly look at these payments that we have just said, the methods. Define cash cards, debit cards, and credit cards. A bank card is a plastic card incorporated with a chip used by your own bank, free of charge or for a fee. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes, most of us have it. The card has a little chip, and the information, once that little chip, small on that card, peels off the card is useless. This is once this chip is off this card, this is where all the details and information are. Is gone. This is Access Bank. To get this card, do they give us for free?
1,000.
You pay for it. Some pay more than, you said 1,000 naira. Some banks take more than 1,000. 1,050 in their hands. So then some banks offer their customers a range of cards depending on the user's profile. Sometimes specific cards for young people. Some cards have varied cards. Cards for young people, cards for salaried employees, cards for civil servants, cards for businessmen, and their incomes. Some banks decide to categorize people and prepare the cards based on the volume of transactions that somebody does. That is volume of money in the person's account. It is sometimes difficult to understand how they differ from one from another. We are going to learn more about 3 types of bank cards which are generally available when you open your account. We are going to talk more on the common ones that most of us use so that we'll have more knowledge about them. They are cash cards. Is that true?
Yes.
Cash cards is common. Debit cards. Is it common? It's what we use daily, and then credit cards. Then I ask this question. How many of you have used a bank card? How many of us here have used bank card before? Virtually all of us. Thank you. Then can you tell us how to use it and what for? This bank card. Can you tell us how to use it and what is it used for? Olotu? Yes. You have shown us your card. Tell us how to use it and what are you using it for?
When you get to bank, there's a machine there. There's a machine there. Then you place the card on that machine. Then you operate your PIN. Then if the amount you want to withdraw, you place it there. Then you can cash out.
You cash out.
Yes.
What are you cashing out?
The money will come out from the machine.
The money will come out. So anytime I go there, I will get money.
From the account.
From my own account, yes. So it's strictly from somebody's account.
Yes.
Not that the machine will bring out money.
Yes, sir.
A child has said, a father told his son that he doesn't have money. The boy said, Daddy, let's just go to the bank. You always go to that place and take money. That they should just go there so that they should go and take money. They does not know that there must be something in that account before the money comes out. So we've heard him that he gets there's a machine, he inserts, he input the correct information. You must input the correct information. Once you miss out on one of the informations, the transaction will not be successful. And then, is it only for you to say, okay, well, my friend London still wants to say something.
It can be used to transfer from our account to another person.
It can be used also to transfer.
And it's an inter-switch. You can produce the ATM of Access Bank in First Bank. Being you an ATM.
Okay.
It's acceptable.
Okay, it is an inter-switch. He said that the card can be used in any other bank. That's a good one. So, we are going to take a look at a case study Do we remember our friends, Ene, Emeka, and Solape?
Yes, sir.
We've been playing around with them, is that not? So, we will take a look at their story. Listen to me very well. It's in my youth, you don't have it in your book, but I have it, I'm going to read. So listen carefully, we are going to answer questions that follow it. If we have more of the copies, they are trying to make more of it, you can have it. But for now, listen to me. I and somebody will be doing the reading because we are going to, the case studies are more. Myself and somebody will be reading them. So listen to me very well. We have this case study. Solape is comfortable with her bank card. Solape is comfortable with her bank card. It is the end of the month, and Solape employer paid her salary into her bank account. She is happy with this, as this keeps her money safe and away from temptation. A few days later, Solape needs money to buy medicine for her child. The drugs are more expensive than what she had planned, and she does not have enough cash with her. She has a bank card, but she knows she cannot pay with it. However, she can withdraw money with it. She sees an ATM near the pharmacy. As the counter is part of the network of her bank, she knows she will not have to pay anything to use the card in the ATM. At the machine, she withdraws some money and takes the opportunity to check the balance of her account. She then buys the drugs for her child. I read it again. Listen, and then we are going to answer the questions that follow. Solape is comfortable with her bank card. Solape is comfortable with her bank card. It is the end of the month, and Solape employer paid her salary into her bank account. She is happy with this, as this keeps her money safe. Her employer paid her money into her own account. She is happy because her salary that is paid into her account is kept safe and away from temptation of just spending it if she's having cash around her. A few days later, Solape needs money to buy medicine for her child. The drugs are more expensive than what she had planned, and she does not have enough cash with her. Her child is sick. She wants to buy drugs for her child. The money in her hand is not up to the money for the drugs. So she has a bank card, but she knows she cannot pay with it. The bank card cannot just be paid to get exchange for her drugs. However, she can withdraw money with it. The card can only be used to withdraw money. She sees an ATM near the pharmacy. There's an ATM machine near the pharmacy where she's going to buy the drug. As the counter is part of the network of the bank, of her bank, she knows she will not have to pay anything to use the card in the ATM. At the machine, she withdraws some money and takes the opportunity to check the balance of her account. She then buys the drugs of her child. Are we there? Yes. Good. The story is about her money paid into her account, like I said, and then she needed medicine for her child. And in trying to get medicine for her child, the cash on her is not enough. But she has a card. The card can access her salary that is in the account. She went, there's an ATM near the pharmacy. She went to withdraw the money and bought the drugs, and also used the opportunity to check her account. Good. So let's talk now. What does Solape do with her card? What does she do with her card?
One, she will
Raise up your hand if you have an answer. Yes?
One should withdraw money from her account with her card and also check the balance left in her account.
She will withdraw money using her card and she also check her bank balance. What are the characteristics of this bank card? What is the characteristics of this card that Sholape used? What's the yes? Madam Sally will tell us.
Withdraw.
The characteristics is
Yes, withdraw.
withdraw what?
Withdraw money.
Yes, withdrawal of money.
Money from her account. Then ability to discover her balance.
Good. And ability and able to also consult her account balance. That is to check her account balance. What is the name of this card? This card that Sholape used. What do we call this type of card? Yes.
Cash card.
Cash card. Sholape used cash card to do her transaction. Next, let's look at another one. A cash card. Well, now this is what cash card means now. A cash card allows you to withdraw money from your account by entering into a device called an automated teller machine. So I would have asked you people what's the meaning of ATM. You keep saying ATM. Automated teller machine. In addition to possibility of money withdrawal, you can check the balance of your account. That was what Sholape did, is that not? Yes. She withdrew money for her drugs and she was able to check her account balance. In some countries, you can deposit money on your account and also transfer money from your account to another. I said it here when we were talking about InterSwitch that you can use it to transfer. So in Nigeria too, we do that. Some cards allow you to pay bills and recharge credit on your mobile phone. Is it true?
Yes.
Good. Each bank has its own network of ATMs, but often you can use your bank card to withdraw from any ATM, whether the ATM belongs to your bank or not. Once you have the cash card, you can use any bank machine, automated teller machine to withdraw. However, your bank may charge a fee each time you use an ATM that is another bank's network. Is it true?
Yes.
They charge a fee when you are using a bank that is not your own. So any question on cash card?
Any question?
Any question on cash card? Case study number 2. Well, you people have it now?
Yes.
Okay. Cash study number 2. It's about Emeka's first bank card. Emeka first bank card. Tochukwu, you have it? Or I read it for us. Let's listen to him, please.
Okay, case number 2. Emeka's first bank card. After visiting a friend on his way home from work.
Let's listen to him. Why?
Emeka's first bank card. After visiting a friend on his way from work, Emeka sees a nice pair of soccer boots on sale in a shop window. He needs a new pair of soccer boots shoes for his practice. He doesn't have any cash on him, but he does have his payment card and decides to use it. But when he tries to buy the shoes with his card, the salesman tells him that his card has been rejected. Emeka does not have enough money in his bank account to buy the pair of boots. He goes home disappointed.
Take it again fast. Let's listen to it. Okay, we already have it, so we can answer. She has distributed them to you. So you have a case study 3. We have case study 2, right? It's okay. I think we can read it. Stop. Our time is running. Case study 2, Emeka's card. Did we hear what he said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can we answer the questions that follow?
Yes.
What does Emeka do with his bank card? What did Emeka do with his bank card?
He made transfer.
Yes, tell us, Mr.
Emeka wanted to withdraw money through the ATM, but there's no money.
He wanted to withdraw money, but there's no money in his account.
He wanted to buy a pair of soccer boot shoes. He wanted to buy a pair of soccer boot shoes with the card.
With the card, or to use money to get it. You are the one that read the story. We have, okay. Emeka, say it again. What? The question is this. What does Emeka do with his bank card?
He wanted to buy a pair of soccer boot shoes using his card at the shop.
Emeka withdrew money from ATM and he needed more money. He wanted to buy shoes, but there's not enough money in his account. Were we not listening? And she has given you the 2, so you should read it, please. Let's go to 3 now. But did you understand Emeka's story?
Yes.
Or we should take it again?
We understand, sir.
Emeka went to buy to an ATM machine to take money. And he also his soccer boot, he needed to replace it. He wants to buy a new one. But unfortunately, the sum of money that he can take to be able to use to buy the shoe was not enough in his account.
He didn't say he went to ATM.
Read the story again, please.
After visiting a friend on his way home from work,
Yes.
Emeka sees a nice pair of soccer boots on sale in a shop window. He needs a new pair of soccer boot shoes for his practice. He doesn't have any cash on him, but he does have his payment card and decides to use it. But when he tries to buy the shoes with his card, the salesman tells him that his card has been rejected. Emeka does not have enough money in his bank account to buy the pair of boots. He goes home disappointed.
Beautiful. Emeka, the question is, what does Emeka do with the card? What does he do with it? One, he wants to withdraw money. He wants to do a transaction, take money and pay for a service. He wants to purchase a good, but the card was rejected. So what did he do with his card? He wants to take money. The follow-up is the purpose of the money he wants to take is that he wants to buy a new good, but there's not enough money in his account, which means that when there is less money in your account, what you are requesting, if it's more than what is in the cash card, it cannot pay you. Is that not?
Yes.
This is the knowledge we are taking from here, to know about the cards and how to use them. So, withdrawal and payment card, that is what Emeka used. This is the definition of it, often called debit card. It's a debit card. We listed number of means here. Debit card, a payment card which allows electronic banking transactions. In addition to using it to withdraw money from ATMs, you can use a debit card to pay for goods you buy in many stores. Is it not what happened to Emeka?
Yes.
Apart from the fact that you can use it, it allows electronic banking transaction. In addition to using it to withdraw money from ATM, you can also use it to debit money for goods. He went to buy shoe, and that was exactly what he did, who never went through because of insufficient fund. You must have money in your account at the time of purchase. The amount of your purchase is deducted from your account immediately. Is that what happens? When you purchase something, whatever it is, that amount is taken away from your account. You regularly receive a statement from the bank indicating the total amount deducted from your account as well as your balance. The moment that transaction is completed, what happens? You will receive what we call alert, telling you the amount that has gone and what is left in your account. Any question on debit card?
No, sir.
Okay. Case study number 3. Like I said, we'll be doing, we are doing all these things so that we can acquaint ourselves. You have case study number 3 now. Is that not? She has given you people. Okay. If you don't have listened to me again, let me read it. Case study number 3 is Ene blames herself for being so careless. Our friends were still talking around our Sholape, Ene, Musa, Lani, and so on. So Ene blames herself for being so careless. On few occasions, Ene goes to the bank to deposit her shop sales. However, the bank has just offered her a card that allows her to make payments even if she does not have money on her account. I take that again and listen to me carefully. On few occasions, Ene goes to the bank to deposit her shop sales. However, the bank has just offered her a card that allows her to make payments even if she does not have money on her account. She is very happy because she knows that it is very useful to be able to pay with her card even when she has not made a lot of sales. The days pass by and Ene uses her card without paying too much attention. It is sales season and she takes the opportunity to buy some new pairs of shoes for herself and her child. She also plans to check her account on the weekend, but she never finds time to go and check her account. At the end of the month, she deposits money made from her shop sales in her account. She finds that she does not have enough to cover all the expenses made with her bank card. She must pay very high interest and now has so much debt to settle. Ene blames herself for being so careless. I take it again, but very fast. On few occasions, Ene goes to the bank to deposit her shop sales. Ene goes to go and deposit the sales she makes from her shop. However, the bank just offered her a card that allows her to make payments even if she does not have money on her account. This card that is given to her, even if the money in the account, like in the case of Becca who couldn't buy the shoe, she can still buy. Only that when money comes in, they not take it. So she is very happy because she knows that it is very useful to be able to pay with her card, and even when she has not made a lot of sales. The days pass by and Ene uses her card without paying too much attention to it. She has a card now, so she was just using it without paying attention. It is sales season and she takes the opportunity to buy some new pairs of shoes for herself and her child. She always plans to check her account on the weekend, but she never finds time to go and check her account. At the end of the month, she deposits money made from her shop sales in her account. She finds that she does not have enough to cover all the expenses made with her bank card. She must pay very high interest and now has so much debt to settle. Ene blames herself for being so careless. I believe we got the story. Ene blames herself for being so careless. So what does Ene do with her bank card? What did she do with her bank card? From the story I read. What did she do? Yes, Samson. What did Ene do with her bank card?
She uses the bank card to help in education. She goes to a pair of shoes for herself and her job.
She's used because the bank card now allows her to draw more than what she has. She didn't pay attention and what it was a sales season. You know, her thinking is that this is a sales season, people are buying, things are happening, so let me also buy some things for myself and my child. She doesn't know that she was already going out of her budget. We talked about budget, is that not? So she now overshoot. And when she now goes, normally she checks her bank every weekend to know the position of her account. That would have guided her. She never find time to check her account because it was a sales season. That means things were happening and she was busy engulfed in her business just to get to know that when she deposited the money the money could not cover what she has expended. So that now attracts more interest. Is that so? So what does, okay, we've answered that one. She uses her card without counting and is not able to cover all the expenses at the end of the month. She overshoots her expenditure for the month. And that is why we keep saying, let's work on budget, let's make sure we operate within our confines of our expenditure. So she has to pay what? High interest. What are the characteristics of this bank card? This type of card that she uses, what's the characteristics? What are the features of this bank card? Yes, Samson?
She can make payments even without having enough money in the bank or in her account.
And what again?
And also, I think as you spend the money, you have interest to pay.
No, we're talking of the card. Yes, the card, yes. When you take money that is not there, you pay interest. It's one of the characteristics, yes. What again? Anyway, the card, okay. Madam Saliu.
You can use the card to pay various stocks.
Yes, you can use it, the card for withdrawal to pay merchants and internet payments. And then you can also view your account balance. Is that not?
Yes.
She was struggling with time to go and check to consult her account balance. So, and then access to instant credit allowing you to make withdrawals. The card permits you, the money, if they get crediting you, and then you keep spending, and then you pay for interest. The banks know what they are doing. They are getting their money back with interest from you, and even when there's no money. What is the name of this bank card? This type of card that she used, what do we call it?
Credit card.
Credit card. So, what is credit card? In general, credit card allows you to make the same transactions as a withdrawal and payment cards. The major difference is that it allows, in addition to have access to instant credit. Any other thing that cash card does, this one does, but in addition, credit card have is that you have access to instant credit. Money can, even when you are down in money, they can give you money to spend. That is, if you don't have money on your account, you can still make a purchase in a store by taking a loan from the financial institution who sold you the credit card, the financial institution of the department. You can make purchase, you can use money because the institution that gave you can credit your account even when you don't have money in that account. Under the terms, the credit card purchases agreement, the amount of your purchase stroke the loan will be deducted from your account in one or several times. That is, any money that you bring, you'll be reducing whatever you took. If you are able to, if what you bring today did not meet up with the money they gave you, they'll take it, then they take again and again. So you can pay back the product in many times. At an interest rate often much higher than that of the conventional credit products. Do you understand this one?
Yes.
The credit card you pay, the interest rate you pay is higher than interest rate of any other conventional credit products. You will regularly receive a statement from financial institutions that sold you the credit card, indicating the total amount deducted from your credit, the amount repaid, and the interest rate. You'll be receiving a lot updating you of what is happening. It happens very often. In some languages that people misuse the term credit card to speak about any other card. There is distinction between this and the cash card that I are saying. So, but because it looks the same, it plays the same role, people think they are all one. Do you have question about this bank card? Any question on the credit card? Okay. The term used for the different bank cards vary according to the countries and to the banks. These three types of bank cards are always available. What are they? Cash card, debit card, credit card. These cards are always available. Remember that for these 3 types of cards, you will need a bank account and you will definitely need to pay a fee. You must have a bank account and you must pay a fee for you to be able to obtain the card. The fees associated with the use of these cards depend on each institution so inquired. So the fees vary from bank to bank. What do you think is an immediate or deferred payment? What do you think is immediate or deferred payment? When we say immediate and deferred payment, what comes to your mind? Somebody should tell us. What do you think? I'm saying, what do you think is immediate or deferred payment? Immediate and deferred payment. Yes, Salu.
Immediate payments. The payment is immediate. You receive alert immediately. Then the deferred one, it can take 2-3 days before.
Okay. Anybody with another idea different from our own? Okay. An immediate payment means that the expenses made will be effective immediately on your account. Did we get the story? Immediate payment means that the expenses made will be effective immediately on your account. As you do the thing, you are paying. A deferred payment means that the expenditure made will be effective on your account only at the end of the month. Immediate payment and deferred payment. This is instant card. This one is later at the end of the month. Then the expenses are paid. A deferred payment is not a credit. Unlike credit, a deferred payment may be free. Ensure you read your credit card carefully. What are we saying? I told you here yesterday that you should watch when you go to the bank, ask all the questions that you want to ask so that you don't go with a misconception and something different is happening to you. What do you find interesting? What do you find interesting and useful about having a bank card? What do you find interesting about having a bank card? Yes? My friend Ulojo.
When you have a bank card,
Yes.
you don't need to carry money all around.
You don't need to carry money all around. Who again? Somebody should speak to us. What do you find interesting and useful about having a bank card? Somebody should. Festus don't want to talk. Chuku.
You have easy access to payments of products and services.
Easy access to payment of goods and services. Do you see any negative aspect? Is there anything negative about having a bank card? Any negative thing?
Yes.
Okay, or not too?
Maybe when you misplace your card, so it is somehow dangerous.
When you misplace, it's dangerous. What means yes?
Then issue of the network.
Issue of network. What happens to network?
At times, we want to make a transaction and when the network is not available, it can take a very long time, or maybe you can miss what you want to do.
So these are the negative aspects. We now want to look at e-wallet. Understand how the e-wallet works and how to use it. Have we heard of e-wallet before?
Yes.
Good. Do we have it in our country? Do we use it in our country?
Yes.
Yes. E-wallet or digital wallet. Do we have e-wallet in our country? E-wallet is used across the world. So let's look at this case study number 4. Do you people have it in what she gave you? She was able to produce. This study number 4, right? Tochukwu, do you have it? Okay, Samson, do you have it? Somebody should read it for us so that we listen. How to pay a bill using case study number 4.
Case number 4 is how to pay a bill using your mobile phone.
Yes. Okay, let's listen to him. And please go through your so that we answer. Our time is running. Go ahead.
Anne has to pay an electricity bill for the current month. Luckily, she has been able to settle all outstanding debts, all outstanding bills for the past month. However, she does not have much free time because this is very busy season in her shop. She does not know when she will be able to get to the electricity company's office to pay the bill, and is afraid they might cut off the power supply again. She meets a friend on the way to her shop and shares her concern. Her friend tells her, "You don't need to go to the office in person. You can pay by mobile phone. I am a subscriber. Give me the amount you have to pay in cash and I will settle the bill for you using my mobile phone account." Anne is relieved. She gives the amount she has to pay to the friend in cash, and her friend pays the bill using her phone. You see how easy it is, and there is no need to queue to pay the cashier. She simply selects bill payment, keying in the number on her bill, no problems.
Did we get the story? Was it repeated? Okay. Ene wants to pay because she's busy in her shop. You know, Ene said, what did she sell? What is Ene selling from our stories from the first day that we came here? We have clothes. She has it. She sells clothes. So she's struggling with her shop and she normally goes to the electricity house to pay her bills. This time around, she's struggling, so she ran into her friend, and the friend offers this help. So let's look at the case. What does Ene's friend do with her mobile phone? What did her friend do with her mobile phone? Yes, Madam Sadu.
She made the transaction, the amount of money that Anne is supposed to pay and bills. She transferred it via her phone, and then she collected cash from her friend.
Yes. That was exactly what happened. She settles an electricity bill for Ene. Her friend used her phone to settle Ene's electric bill. How many of you already has an e-wallet? I mean a mobile phone based account. How many of you already have an e-wallet? Okay, e-wallet, okay. It's a common thing now, and it's maybe you people are not understanding it. All this our father, all of them, this what do you call it? They are e-wallet. You are just getting confused. That is it. It is all over the world now. It's easy going. And it helps us to take money, to pay bills, and makes life easy. All across now, that is what is involved. How many of you, okay, you said you have it. Who can explain how the system works? To use a mobile phone for payment, you must subscribe. Okay, how does it work? Sorry. How does the e-wallet works? Can somebody share with us?
It's easy going transaction.
Okay.
Yes, this is very interesting.
Very interesting. You like it?
Yes.
Okay. Madam, you want to say something?
Before this transaction
Yes.
will be made, you have to have your data. Have data on your mobile phone before you can make any transaction.
Okay, you want to say something? Good. The last one.
Works by you first downloading the app and registering with them, and then depositing money in the account you created with them. Then you can now easily use it.
Then the last person. I said last again. My friend, Emilio Joe, that will buy car. You know why?
That's why I want to pay the electricity bill. The number in your data is your account number, you forward their money to that will be able to reflect in your account. You cannot just send money to NEPA office, no, without your account. It works. If you want to pay for solar, there is a number in that part they give to you. That number is what you are going to pay the money into.
Yes, where you're paying your funds, there must be a destination of money. But what we are looking at, we are saying, how does it work? You see, you need not to have a bank account, just your phone number. I people not using OPay, all this one.
Yes.
It's just a phone number, and the business goes. You do not need to have a bank account, just a phone number, assuming there's an operator for providing a service. People have begged me to do all those things. Money, I said I don't want, but I end up, because of my story with boy, I had to do using one money point. Anyway, that's by the way. E-wallet or digital wallet account. What is e-wallet now? This is e-wallet. E-wallet or digital wallet account via mobile phone. An account of this type is generally associated with a mobile phone number. Most of these people now, OPay, MoneyPoint is our phone number. It enables you to perform transactions from a mobile phone, check your balance, deposit and withdraw money, transfer money nationally, internationally, and between accounts. Buy phone credit, pay bills, that's utility bills, just like they used to pay for any, the woman just used her phone to settle her bill, provided you have money in your e-wallet. Once you have money in that, your OPay, MoneyPoint, Paga, it's good to go. Do you have any question on this? Okay, what advantage do you see in having an e-wallet, and what disadvantage? What advantage do you see in having e-wallet, and what disadvantage? What can we say about that? What advantage do we think is associated with this e-wallet?
Is it to access?
Advantage, yes.
Is it to access?
Yes.
Is it to have?
Easy to
Have.
it. Yes.
No charges.
Yes, Samson.
Faster transaction.
Faster transaction. Okay, what of disadvantage?
It's come to be a photo. It can't be fraud.
What disadvantage? One person, tell us now, what are
One
they?
of the disadvantages, when you make transaction, you cannot, when the transaction is not successful, you don't have any place to go to complain. Yes.
When you make transaction that is not,
Successful.
you don't have a place.
You don't have a place to go to complain, like other banks.
So it's good to go and complain if you have issues.
Yes.
And now,
There's no place to go.
No, it's please, everyone, say your comment.
advantage and disadvantage.
There's no,
So you want to use the light.
yes.
Look back at your system.
Disadvantages of e-wallet. We did advantages, usage and disadvantages of means of payment and use. Is that not? With our groups that time worked on advantages and disadvantages of means of payment. Is that not? Okay. I want to quickly share with us which group did on cash?
4.
Group 4. Okay. One of the advantages that is simple to use, like she said. One of the advantages that it is accepted because cash is cash. Nobody rejects any money. except if it is mutilated. And it is for immediate purchase. She said that one. Once you bring it up, you get. Disadvantage is that it can be stolen. She said risk of theft, no remedy in the event of once it is stolen, it's gone. And it limits on the permitted amount of transaction. Not everything can be paid with cash. When the money is much, there's no how you can carry to pay. That's the disadvantage. And what is it used for? For every purchase, limited spent during a particular period, and also to leave no trace of your spending. Once you pay for something you go, it cannot be traced. That's why some people, when they print bad money, when you realize that it's bad money, you don't even know the person that gave you the bad money. Checks often are free of charge, and it's also still widely accepted. Check is accepted. It can be used to withdraw or deposit into people's account. No need to carry cash around. They said that one. The disadvantage of check is that you need to keep a careful record of payments made by the check. You also have to look at default. If not impossible to use abroad. Checks have a limit of usage. It may not be accepted in another country. You need to be able to write. If you cannot write, you can't use check. He has mentioned that one as a disadvantage. And the consequences in the event of payment, if there are problems. Then, where is it useful? It's for purchase of large sums of money. He has said that. It's for current expenditure and to make very large transactions. Bank card, it is security, generally speaking, because it's only you, it's your product. It leaves trace of place and amount of the transaction. Where you take the money and the transaction is always known. Protection against theft, that is, the PIN number is always known to you. Nobody else knows the number. And then it's possible to make purchases involving large sums of money. Sometimes the disadvantage is that the charges on withdrawal payments and so on, it risks not keeping, and it's also a risk of forgetting managing your budget. It can be used everywhere for deposit. And then quickly, bank transfers, it avoids the risk of late payment when you do bank transfer. Forgetting to make payments and no charges for some payments when you are doing bank transfer. And it's easy to set up. The disadvantage of bank transfer is that risk of forgetting when managing one's budget. You could go and transfer what you're supposed to do, and risk of not keeping track. Payment via internet. You no need to go anywhere. You can do it at the comfort of your home. Payment via internet is done 24 hours a day, and it often enables you to access good details. The disadvantage is no one refers directly to its problem. The risk of scam if you buy from non-secure websites, and possible delivery problems. What is it used for? To access goods for quick purchase and also for rare items available only via internet. So we are now looking at advantage and disadvantage of e-wallet. Is that not?
Yes, sir.
E-wallet, the advantage, one, you can withdraw money at any time of the day or night. Is that true? Yes. E-wallet, you can withdraw money at any time, day or night. Another advantage is you can also withdraw money in shops. No need to queue in the bank. You don't have to go to the bank to take money from e-wallet. You don't have to carry money around if you are using e-wallet. Also, your e-wallet is protected with a PIN number. You don't need to fill any form, like you go to bank and start filling form and joining queue. It's easier to withdraw money from the shop than from the ATM. And then retailers are really short of money. All these e-wallet points, they always have money to give you. You don't need to have a bank account. The disadvantage of e-wallet is that you may forget your PIN. Because you go there, you must put PIN. Is that not? Yes. If you forget it, it's a problem. Your mobile phone may be stolen or default to stick to your budget. Because you can take the money anytime, anywhere, The disadvantage is that you may not keep to your budget. These are the disadvantages of e-wallet. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Good. Means of using payment safely. We will now see the risk that we run using the means of payment we have just seen and how we can protect ourselves. We have looked at cash, check, via internet, e-wallet. Now we want to look at how we can use them and then protect ourselves from running into difficulties or default. So let's look at Emeka and the secret code. Do we have case study number 5? Case study 5. Emeka and his secret code. Do we have it? Please help us. Let's listen to him. A quick one. Case study number 5.
Emeka and his secret.
Emeka and his. Okay, please let's listen to him.
Emeka must withdraw money to pay for his new smartphone. He stops at the ATM and starts the process for the withdrawal of the desired amount. He types his PIN code as asked by the ATM screen, but the ATM screen indicates that the code is wrong. Surprised, Emeka retypes his code, but again, the machine refuses the operation. He reflects a second, but he is very confused. He tries a third time by changing a number in his code. The ATM refuses the operation and retains his card. Emeka is very annoyed. He failed to withdraw the money. On top of that, his card was retained by the machine.
Did we hear him? Okay. So Emeka went to take money and he could not remember his secret code, his code number. That's his PIN. Is that not? So the question that follows here is, what happened to Emeka? What happened to Emeka?
Emeka forgot his PIN.
Festus, you don't have the case study.
I have it.
Okay, talk, madam. You
Emeka
answer
forgot
the
his
question.
secret PIN and he went to the bank with his card. Getting there, he operated the machine, but he missed his code, his PIN, and the ATM machine detected his withdrawal. He tried the second time, same thing. The third time, he tried to remove one number from the PIN, then the machine retained his card.
Good. Emeka could not remember his code number, his PIN number. And then what happened to Emeka? He tried, the money could not come, he became confused and his card was returned. Okay, the question that follows is, why was his card returned? Why did the machine return his card?
Because they don't want to use another person.
Because they did what?
They don't want another person to use his card.
Okay.
That's
Because his phone operation. He forgot the PIN, that was why it was returned now.
Yes.
So by saying, why was he returned? Because he didn't get his PIN. Why? He said so that no one will use it. It's for security purpose. The machine is designed, that means it has a suspect. If you are the owner of the card, you should be able to know your PIN number, your personal identification number. If somebody else brings the card, that means that's why he doesn't know the number. And then the machine has to keep it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Number 3, has that ever happened to you? Has it happened to any of us here? Many times. Oh yeah, share with us, Festus. When it happened to you, what did you do? Okay, that's what happened. Who has it happened to, please? It has happened to you? Oh yeah, share. What did you do when it happened? Let's listen to him.
When I was closing the card,
Yes.
so I I just try to remember the PIN I used. Unfortunately, I was back for, let's say 2 days. I was not able to use that card for 2 days. It's after 2 days. Then I went to check my diary where I write down the PIN. So that when I check that I'm misplacing the number with the other card.
The question is, what did you do?
What did you do?
I went for 2 to 3 days
To do what?
for them to rehabilitate again.
No.
It's okay. It's a good one. There's no wrong answer here. Yes,
I
madam.
went to the bank, it's great. I went to the bank, they destroyed the card.
Then, say I complain, then your card, if truly you are the owner of the card, then tell them the real PIN, and your card will be given to you.
Yes. You have to contact your bank as soon as possible to recover your card. You need to memorize your code and calmly type the code on the machine. You will have issues if you don't know your PIN. The machine will actually keep your PIN. Case study number 6, Abigail can use checks anywhere. Abigail can use check everywhere. Do we have it? Case study number 6. Yes, want to say something?
I have a question on that.
Or PIN on the card. Okay, ask.
As an ATM card, is the one that we use in the insulator switch. If you use a first bank ATM in your bank,
Yes.
if you mistake your code, if a union bank ATM sees it, before you will recollect it, sir, it's not easy.
If you are going to that, central bank, you can't even check. Once you use the card in another bank and it's trapped, it is destroyed because it's automatically assumed that it's a fraud.
Yes.
Except if it is your own bank, like she explained, you will not go in and then they will ask you some questions. They will not check their system and authenticate the PIN number you tell them. They will see that's when they will give you. Your picture will even appear. So if you go to another one, it won't work. So a quick one, Abigail cannot use checks anymore. You had it?
Yes.
Who will read it for us first?
A lot of expenses this month.
Please, let's listen to her. Be loud, madam.
Abigail has a lot of expenses this month. So far, she has paid everything in cash, but she is short of cash now. She remembers that she has a checkbook. She decides to write checks to be able to cope with the last expenses of the month. At the end of the month, she is summoned by her bank, who informs her that many of the checks she has made are without funds. That there is no money on her accounts to cover expenses. The bank explains that her name is on the blacklist of Central Bank and that she is therefore forbidden to use checks for 5 years. Abigail is angry at the bank. That gave her the checkbook, but also angry with herself because she should have managed her budget better.
Good. Did you hear her? Okay. What happened to Abigail? From the story, somebody should tell us what happened to Abigail. Yes.
She made a check without fund.
She wrote a check without fund in the account. Okay. The follow-up question, she made checks without funds and now she's on the list of the central bank. She has been banned for usage of her checkbook for 5 years. Has it happened to any of us? Has anybody here experienced that? The answer is no. What if it has happened, what did you do? 4, what advice do you have to avoid a ban on using checkbooks? What advice do you have on this Abigail case? What advice do you have?
My advice is to limit his expenses and make more budget.
Yes, operate within her budget. so that she does not go out of her budget. That is advice for Abigail. Then, what else can happen to you, to your means of payment, such as your credit card, check card, wallet? The advice to Abigail is that she should manage her budget, limit her optional expenses, and monitor her budget so that she can operate within the confines of her resources. What else can happen to you, to your means of payment, such as your credit card, checks, and mobile wallet? What do you think negative thing that will happen to this, our means of payment that we highlighted earlier? Cash, card, credit card, debit card. What do you think will happen to any of them?
Debt, misuse.
Yes, can be stolen or misused. Then what steps can you take to use the means of your payment with security? What can you do to secure it? What can we do to ensure that it is not stolen, it is not misused, we don't lose it?
Create a code for it.
Yes. What again?
Keep it safe.
Keep it safe. Okay, summary. Use your means of payment carefully. Thinking of staying within your budget. Use your means of payment carefully. Think of staying within your budget. Keep your card, your checkbook, your wallet, and mobile phone in a safe place. Never lend your credit card or checkbook to anyone because anything can happen. Never sign a blank check without putting the amount. It's risky. Do not write your confidential code on your bank card or leave it nearby because the card is the security of that your transaction. Never send your confidential information by email, SMS, or fax. Pay attention when performing transaction on internet. Put your interest in what you are doing when you are working on internet so that you don't make mistakes. There should be a symbol of padlock in bottom right of the screen. Check your bank statements carefully and regularly. Always monitor what you do. Report immediately to your bank of any sum debited from your account that you cannot explain. In the event of loss or theft, notify the nearest branch of the bank immediately so that they can block your card, so that anybody that gets it cannot use it. Also, when your bank issues you a card, ask them for the number of the security center you should contact in case your card is stolen. Any question on the means of usage and payment of our services? Any questions so far? If we don't have, let's be on our feet, please. Let's be on our feet.